Yeah. It was on for 17.
Is this your last night of retreat? So, good afternoon, ladies. Hi. I am so honored to be here. Thank you for inviting us. I'm sorry there was a mix-up. I had a death in my family. My uncle passed away, but then this miraculous thing happened. I became a grandma. So life is a circle, you know it is. I lost my dear, dear uncle, but I have twin grandbabies. I know, my first, a boy and a girl.
Over 7 pounds.
Yeah, my poor daughter, yeah, 7'3", 7'5", so she was big, and I told her, you have cankles.
Go ahead.
No ankles, it's cankles. So I'm very sorry. I apologize for not being here yesterday or this morning. This morning I was supposed to be here. So thanks for letting us come this afternoon. I am Kathy Winey. I'm one of the owners of Grande Quilting in Grande, Texas. I recognize some of your faces. Some of you have been to our store. And those of you who haven't, I hope you come through. I do have a handout at the end. If you guys come through, you can get 15% off of your purchases the day that you visit the store. This is Sheila Antonin. She's also a co-owner with me. And this is Jennifer Knight. She is one of our best customers, our wonderful friend. And she also did our beautiful flag. Jennifer and I worked on this, and she did all the hard work. I just did a little bit of sewing. So Jennifer's really. But this is our flag. It's exclusive to our store. We went to Waco this year and showed it, and a lot of the stores were, oh, can we get it? Can we get it? Where can we get that pattern? And we said, no, not this year. We're just going to hold it for ourselves this year. So I've got some patterns, and I also have a few kits, if you like our flag. The other flag, I'm going to show them to you because I might have the girls take them down because I'm kind of afraid that they might fall. This wind keeps whipping them. This is a curved log cabin. This used our a jelly roll that we cut at our store. It takes one jelly roll, some black fabric, and then here's the border. It comes in the Missouri Star, this book right here, that blue book. And we also have a few kits we brought with us that have everything included in it except your backing. So, and we did bring, I just came back from Chicago. I went through Hamilton, Missouri. Yeah, a few people, my son was like, Mom, that's kind of far out of the way. I said, it's 1.5 inches. Forget it. We're going to do this. And so I went through there and just happened to have an order. And so we went and picked up all these books. They're a wonderful bargain if you guys haven't seen them. Or even if you have, some people don't realize that in the very back, the back few pages, that's all the patterns that are in here. And they're always at the back. And you get 8 to 10 patterns. And the books are just $7. So it's a real good deal. They have this one right here. It's Fall Volume 2, Issue 5. Just picked this one up. I picked up her holiday book and also a new Mod Block book. So those were the 3 latest ones. So that town, if you ladies ever get an opportunity to go there, 11 stores. The town is 1,800 people. We are bigger. Van Dever's bigger than that. And she owns 11 stores in that town. So it's just wonderful. That one was in, which one? This one?
Yes, it should go up and down, but. Yes. I didn't finish the binding last night. I apologize. It's half and half.
That is called the Kissing Coins. It is in this book. It's a summer volume 2, issue 4.
And we didn't bring the bolted fabric, but we still have this fabric, the browns at our store, which would be 50% off.
So that would be good.
Lucy.
At the quilt show. What quilt show? We weren't there. We weren't there. You know, we've only owned the store for a year and a half, and we both worked at the store. I managed it for 5 years, and so we were real familiar with it. But we did shows that first year, but we really thought the second year we really needed to get a handle on what we were doing. We needed to stay home and kind of pay attention to what we were doing, so we stayed home. Next year. Ooh. We may need to go do that. That sounds fun. Okay, I'm going to just show you a couple of simple things. And then I did bring, a lot of people asked or called about the Hunter Star, the Lemoyne Star. So I did bring those to go just give you a refresher, or I know there's some people that haven't seen them before. So I'm just going to go through that with you. This is something, it is called Sunday in the Park. It's just a really simple thing to do. If you've got scraps at home, or if you have a jelly roll, nobody has scraps. So all that I did was had a colorful jelly roll, and I put white right down the center. And then on my second one, I had the white on the outside and the color right through the center. I pressed the seams one way, one the other way. And so when you put them right sides together, then the seams will kind of lock in as elements. So you get those locked in, and then you're just going to sew a 1/4 of an inch right along here. Turn it, and you'll sew a 1/4 of an inch right along here. So you really just have a tube. Yeah. You're just going to have a tube here. You're going to take it over to your cutting table. And then you'll use a ruler that everybody has. I'm not going to sell you. Just if it's got a 45-degree angle on it, we all have these rulers. And you're just going to cut this at a 45-degree angle. Turn it to another 45-degree angle, cut it here, or cut it here, so you don't waste any of your fabric. And then when you open them up, you're going to have squares like this. Yeah. Hi! Come on down, ladies. Those were some familiar faces. Then if you put your blocks together, yeah, and it's just very simple, you know, just 6 strips, cut them, and then you've got a really good sized block right there too. And then I always tell people, you should always turn things, because it will give it a whole different look. You know, see how the browns kind of matched up there? So always turn your blocks before you start sewing them, because you might I've done a lot of things wrong. And I'll bring them in and they'll say, that's not right. But you know what, it looks okay. So, you know, you just gotta kind of look at different things. So that is Sunday in the park, just real simple.
Is that in one of those books?
Nope, not in the book.
But if you come to our store, we might
We'll
have a
give it
pattern.
to you. Here was another one, and that's just with color instead of putting white inside of it. Can you see okay over there? Okay, because I can sure move you. Right up here next to me if you want.
right over there too.
Yeah. Okay. I want to show you, pretend with me for a moment, that these are 10-inch squares. That one of them is white, and one of them has wildflowers on it. Okay? You're going to put the right sides together, and you're going to sew a 1/4 of an inch all the way around it. You're going to enclose it. And then you're going to take it over to the cutting table, and you're just going to cut from point to point and point to point. What you get, this is what you get. When we cut those 4 up, you are going to get half square triangles, just like this. And you can do a lot with just half square triangles. So what does that look like? Isn't that cool? Just a 10-inch square, cut it in half both ways, and it's really cute with like charm packs to do baby quilts. That's a really neat idea to do that too. And you can use your scraps. So these, I'm all about easy, you know, simple, get things done. So I like these kind of things.
And guess what?
What?
We have a pattern.
A free pattern
Free pattern.
at our store. That's right. That's right. Okay. Let's go on to this. We're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna, oh no, let me do this first. Okay, I'm looking. People ask about the tucker trimmer and the wing cutter. So I brought them. A lot of people struggle sometimes doing flying geese. And Deb Tucker, have you guys all heard of Deb Tucker? Has anybody not heard of Deb Tucker? No way. Okay, I forgot to tell them my rule, I guess.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't tell you my rule. I don't care if you've heard about it or not. The answer is no. Never heard of that before. Let's start again. Has anybody heard of Deb Tucker? No. Oh, where have you women been? You're quick learners. That's good. Deb Tucker, the wing clipper. Maybe all of you haven't seen her wing clipper. And I'm sure that all of you have heard of her. She's wonderful. She makes very hard things, hard-looking things, very simple. So with your wing clipper, she will tell you what size you need to cut the larger. It says right on the pamphlet, if you want a 2.5 by 4.5, you'll cut your larger piece this size, and you'll cut your smallers this size. It says there's a big chart right on the tool. And so you'll just take your large piece, put one on either end here. You're going to sew. I have a ruler that I just marked there, and I did the 2 sewing lines, and then I cut it right in the middle. Once you cut it, then you're going to have pieces that look like this. In each set, you'll need 4 of your small and 1 large one. And then you just press that open, and that's where this piece comes from. I put another small one in here. I drew my lines with my ruler, and I'm going to cut right along there, and then you're going to get 2 flying geese. Once you have your flying geese, then you just use the ruler. It has where you do it upside first. Look in that box right there. Is there one open right in here? just put it on there, and you see that there's a dotted line right here, and that is your 1/4 inch, and so you don't lose all your points. So it's nice that that's all sewn in. So what you're going to do, this might even work out better. See, if you need the 2.5, you're going to use this Y coming down right here. You'll put it right inside this point, and you'll trim from here to here. And then you'll flip it over. You'll flip this over. And then you're going to line up this X. Will go right in the center of this point right here. And you'll have the 2.5 by 4.5. And you just trim it up, and you've got the exact size that you need, unfinished, with your 1/4 inch right inside there. So a lot of times people complain about losing their points here, losing their points up here. So this is really the answer to that. So in any of the tools that Deb Tucker puts out, she has got her website right on here. So if you forget anything that I'm telling you today, then you can just go back to her website. That's why most of her tools is just, I'll go and watch it all the way through, and then I just watch step 1, turn it off, do step 1, go back, step 2, and so she's got real good tutorials, and she'll tell you how to do it right-handed or left-handed. So, questions?
You don't have any waste of fabric when you make your fine piece. You're not cutting off those.
On those. Okay, so that's your wing clipper. And there is also a tucker trimmer. Oh, and that wing clipper, let me mention one other thing. The wing clipper, there's 2 rulers, because you never know, every pattern seems they call for 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. So the wing clipper 2 has the whole and 1/4 inch. And then the wing clipper 1 has whole and 1/2 inch. So so if you're looking at those, make sure you're getting the one that you need for your project. The other one is the tucker trimmer. And it is 11 different sizes and helps you square up just perfectly. When you do your half square triangles, you put your right sides together, do your sew line. Some people just do a line down the middle. I always draw the 2 and sew on there. And then when you open them up, then you have your tucker trimmer. And I have to say that you showed me a trick, and I never even thought about it.
Somebody passed it on to me at a retreat.
Yeah.
When they saw me making a quilt of 480 square triangles and cursing every squared up one of them.
And so instead of like taking it here, lining it up with the 3, cutting and cutting, Jennifer, that's why she's the doctor. She's so smart.
I can't take credit.
Well, you were smart enough to pass it on to me, though. And so she just takes that sewing line, where your sewing line is, right there, and puts it right on the 3 diagonally, if that's what you need. Keep it folded, and then just trim, done.
Press it, you're already square.
You're square,
You
right
can
there.
square them in 2 cuts instead of 4. So
Yeah.
it makes a quick saver of time.
It does, yeah. And so just remember to do it on your diagonal. Take the sew line, put it on the diagonal, and just cut. Done. So, thank you for that. Okay. I got everybody's minds working hard now, because I'm going to go on to something a little bit. It looks a little bit more difficult, but it's not. Let's do the Lemoyne star first. Okay. So they'll show you.
Be right back.
Can you show them the Lemoyne, the fabric? Oh, yes. Got it. Oh, are you? Yeah. And I had never made a Lemoyne star because I was afraid of these Y seams. And a lot of the ladies were telling me, oh, no, here's this. And And so, but with Deb Tucker, it's all strip piecing. So here's just the other ones. And when I did that, that was my very first. I did a small one first. I don't know why, but I go to the small. And then I did the big one. But my points are all really good. You know, she just makes, like I said, the things that look difficult, not so difficult.
And she challenged all of us at the store to make one, and they all turned out well.
That's so nice you use the word challenge.
I thought about that one.
Thank you. That sounds so much nicer.
And the pattern for this one is right here with the ruler for that finger size.
So, let me see, did I have, I thought I did.
You took it by yourself already.
Okay, where's the pamphlet? Did I not bring that in here?
I think it was
Her instructions are really specific and really good explanation.
They are.
It's hard to make mistakes.
They really are. And if you know, when you get back home and you don't remember everything, if you just look at her tutorial, she does it very slowly, right-handed, left-handed, step by step. So inside the pamphlet, it does show if you want to make 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever size you want. It tells you what width to cut your background and what width to cut your start point. It will tell you that you need to make a mark as wide as your fabric is down. So see, I made that mark right here. So the first thing that you're going to do is, here's my background, and I took my color, lined it up on that mark, and I just sewed straight down 1/4 of an inch. And I did that with my teal and my purple. So here they are sewn together. And she also tells you about the way you press things. Press things one way, press things the other way, and then they're all, and then they all lock in real good. And then we're going to do this all in strips. So what you're going to do is take this, because you want to have an angle, you know, you don't want to waste any fabric. And so we're going to bring this up here. There's a